This is the Jayman Show. I'm the host, Jaiye Bynoe. Thank you for joining to my show tonight. I love you guys so much. Thank you for coming to my show. And my guest today is the young James Brown, Tony Wilson. Good to see you on the show today, man.
Hey, how you doing, man?
God bless you.
You been good?
I'm doing wonderful.
Absolutely. Miss you, bro.
I miss you too. You're a hot guy getting a show, you know. I'm so glad you get on the show today.
Yeah. Hey, I had to be here.
Absolutely.
To be here.
So I hear you're doing a good show with James Brown. Tell me about the show.
Yeah, we're doing a James Brown Save Boston event. For you all that don't know, in 1968, April 4th, Martin Luther King was assassinated. And so James Brown was already billed for doing the Boston Garden. And they had 4,000 teenagers out there. And he said it's not a good idea to cancel it because that would cause another riot.
Yeah.
So they went to the mayor then, Kevin White, and they went there and they said, hey, we should not cancel the concert. Why don't we put it on WGBH so that people can stay home and watch the concert? And that worked out really well because historically, Boston is the only city in the United States that didn't burn down and looting. You had a couple of stores, but nothing significant at all. But pretty much that's the historics of James Brown Save Boston.
Okay,
Yeah.
and we're doing a show in April, right?
Yeah.
City?
So April 5th at the Strand Theater is going to be absolutely free for community. We have a 1,400 seater.
Okay.
It's going to be very comfortable. We have, of course, accessibility for disabled, and the tickets are going to be probably either on Eventbrite or somewhere where you get 2 free tickets. You don't really have to have a ticket, so if you want to just come and show up and get you a great seat, just show up at 6 o'clock. The doors are going to open on April 5th at the Strand Theater. We have 25 musicians, Boston musicians, Berkeley musicians, international musicians, local musicians. We put I put all those together so that we can make this whole thing about Bostonians and their talent. And so that we put a great show together. We got a great lineup of people that you know and people you don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
and also we got some celebrities coming, right, to help you out?
Say it again?
You also got some stars coming to help you out, celebrities coming out?
Oh yeah, we have a lot of different things coming. We have definitely have some endorsements from Donnie Simpson from Video Soul, from the Temptations. I was with them with the original with Otis Williams.
Awesome.
And of course with Hot 105 with Tom Joyner and with Rodney Baltimore actually is the producer of the Tom Joyner Show and the Ricky Smiley Show.
Awesome.
So yeah, we got from the Marshall Thompson from the Shy-Lights. He's the last Shy-Light singer. And this whole thing was our co-executive was Darryl Settles.
Yeah.
And also one of the CEO of the car museum, Sheldon Steele. Yeah, in Brookline.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to that car museum?
No, I want to go, you know, so bad.
Well, everybody knows here in Boston who Darryl Settles is, and he did a whole lot. He's a huge guy here, business guy here. And so we 3 got together and did it. So he's the executive producer. I'm a co-producer, and as well as Sheldon Steele.
Wow, so he's doing a whole lot, you know. That's good. So what made you get into music? So what inspired you, to get into music, be a performer, and how did James Brown inspire you?
Well, I started off just singing and coming up, and then when I got a little older teenager, after Michael Jackson started his career, after he left and went solo, Don King hired me to be a decoy for Michael. Wow. So I was Michael 80's decoy from 1980 to 83.
Okay.
And so I was also understudy for the movie In the Wiz. And after I did Michael Jackson all the way, went on Oprah Winfrey Show.
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't want to dress up and look like him. I had my own style, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we just popped our head out of the limo and all that. Yeah, goodbye, you know. Goodbye, everyone. You know, and so, you know, after, at that point, I think in 87, James Brown was incarcerated. He got out in 91, and then we did the pay-per-view. But between that time, I had lots of his band members performing, and we toured all over with James Brown Blessings. And so when he got out, this is what I did. I stuck with doing stuff with James. We did a couple of movies together.
Well, that's awesome.
Funk Blast and Beat the Devil, BMW Beat the Devil is on YouTube as well.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So what was it like to work with James Brown and Michael Jackson? I mean, these are giants. I mean.
Yeah, they're giants. The good news is that, you know, you try to keep their legacies alive. When Michael Jackson was going through all of that trouble in 2005, I wrote a song called We Call Him Peter Pan, Humanitarian. That's on YouTube as well. And he flew me in with his mom and dad to Encino home to let them hear it. And we were gonna release the song we call him Peter Pan, but in 2005, August 29th on his birthday, Hurricane Katrina hit.
Oh yeah, I remember
And
that.
it went around and hit New Orleans twice.
Yes.
Fats Domino was floating on his piano. So yeah, so after that, you know, we kept it locked in, and then, you know, the tribute to James Brown's, I got a song called Stop Messing with James Brown, and Fight the Power, which is on YouTube. Tony Wilson, Fight the Power.
Well, that's fun to hear. Did you ever go to James Brown's funeral or Michael Jackson's funeral when it happened?
Yeah, I went to all three of them. Actually, when James Brown died, I was the first one. I called Michael. He didn't pick the phone up, so I called Joseph.
Oh, wow.
And Joseph picked up, and I told him, hey, tell Michael that James Brown passed, and that I'll give him a call in a few days and let him know what the arrangements were. So the arrangements was the Apollo Theater, the newly named James Brown Arena in Augusta, Georgia, and then he had a private funeral. So I explained to Joseph to have Michael just come to the Augusta one so he won't overshadow James Brown at the Apollo funeral, which he agreed. So that's the #1 place that he came, and he was all excited about the casket and the gold thing, and he was really into that. And then, of course, he paid his dues. He showed up 8,000 theater out there to James Brown, and then it had the third one, which was the private funeral. So it's really nice.
I know. I bet because I remember when this happened, I was crying myself, and that we lost a wonderful entertainer. You know.
Right.
Yeah. So what advice can you give artists like myself that want to be a dance musician? What advice can you give them that want to be, you know, a star?
Yeah, don't listen to anybody.
Okay.
Don't listen to anyone. You keep on doing your own thing. Keep on, you know, learn your craft, know what you're doing, and just practice. And don't let anybody tell you can't do it, because there's no such word as can't. When it comes to someone that's inspired about doing music or doing a job or doing a trade, you just work hard at it and just don't listen to people.
That's good.
Yeah.
So what inspires you? What gives you inspiration?
My inspiration has come because I'm just musically inclined with love with music.
Yes.
Period. So I want it to be just sort of like even with James Brown, you just want everything to be right. The horns have to be right. The guitars have to be right. The bass has to be right. You know, and they have to dress well. And that's why a lot of people say James Brown was so hard. No, he wasn't. He was militant.
Yes.
And not worse than any drill sergeant in boot camp in the Army. They haven't been to the military. That's why they said James Brown was it. No, he wasn't. He was an angel. You know, so, because he didn't curse and do all that stuff. So, you know, I always look at the good side, and I make sure that people keep our artists in a good light.
Yes.
And not what they did to their kids or their wife or any of that, because, you know, we're here to uplift.
Yes.
Especially after they're gone. I don't believe Michael's gone. He's not gone.
Oh, yeah, no.
No, he's not gone.
No. Yeah.
That's right. Michael is alive. Trust me.
Yes, I bet he is.
He is.
Yeah. No.
Just type in Michael Jackson steps out of the ambulance. You'll see.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll be blessed to see him stop at the image show. Yeah.
Well, he did.
Yeah. So I know you're a great dancer yourself. I mean, I see him perform. I mean, you perform. I mean, spin around. I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah. So are we going to see that in the show? You see dancing in the show?
Yeah, but we have a clip if you want to see some of my stuff that I do.
Yeah, if possible.
Tony Wilson, promo 7.
Yeah, can we go to the clip, please, if possible? Yeah, so, and like I said, I mean, so you got so much going on for yourself, I mean, and I can't wait to see what's in store for you. I mean,
well, we had a lot of things, like for my schedule here, I'm going the Southeast by Southwest in Austin, Texas, with Bootsy Collins, the Zap Band, Slick Rick's, Tasman, a lot of Bootsy's artists that were on the Funk Not Fight, which is a big album. You all have to check that out. It's called Funk Not Fight, Bootsy Collins. And there's a foundation where they stop bullying and all that with Patty Collins and Bootsy Collins. Just look it up, Funk Not Fight. And believe me, it's something that you really want to see. We want to stop bullying and all this kind of things that's happening. Yeah.
I know, because you're speaking of bullying. Were you ever picked on in school? Bullied in school?
Say it again.
Were you ever picked on in school? Bullied in school?
Yeah.
How did you overcome that?
What, in my school?
Yeah.
I wasn't bullied.
Oh, you weren't? Okay.
No, because I ran.
Okay, I feel you.
They couldn't catch me.
Okay.
But there's a lot of bullying occurred in the schools, and it does happen, and there's a remedy for it. When we get these kids into, like I said, when Bootsy say Funk Not Fight, and we say it loud, an instrument for every child. So we try to provide instruments, pick up a saxophone instead of a gun or a knife. You know, pick up some drumsticks, pick up a guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel, okay, well, I think we're going to take a quick break down, come back, you know. Thank you for tuning to the Jayman Show. I'm your host, Jaiye Bynoe. This is young James Brown. Yeah, it's going good, you know.
All right.
Take it to the bridge. Take it to the bridge. Take it to the bridge. Get it back to
It's official. It's official. It's official. Family approved.
You are the young Mr. Brown.
That's right.
You sing all of the songs in the show?
Sing all the songs, accompanied by the baddest band in the world, the hardest working band, and original JBs.
Let me tell you that James Brown actually picked Mr. Wilson for several of the television shows, or like Beat the Devil, that was on television.
Right.
James Brown actually picked Tony Wilson out of a cast of hundreds of people that played young James Brown. So the young James Brown is kind of a name that the Godfather still actually gave to Tony Wilson.
Wow.
And right now, I'd like to thank my man Tony Wilson right here for being and doing and giving up the funk just like Mr. Brown, y'all. Let's give it up for Tony Wilson, y'all. Give it up. Yeah, man, you excellent job, brother.
Tony Wilson, all the beautiful people. Tony, I heard you think that was a job around here. Give them another big round of applause. All of you mind up here to be a part of this. For America, for you, and hopefully some of you. Okay? Give them another big round of applause for Tony Wilson. And all the beautiful people.
Recently,
Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming back to the Jayman Show. I'm your host, Jaiye Bynoe. God bless you all for tuning into my show. And you got young James Brown here.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. So what was that like to be on stage, and how do you flip like that, you know?
Yeah, well, I pretend like the police chasing me.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
No, the energy that you put into it is that, you know, the drilling of, I have fun with the band members on the stage.
Yes.
And that's where I get all my energy from, is from the band, because we rehearse and we work it out. So even though the audience is watching us, you get all your strength and all your energy from your band members, the ones that you're involved in. Because James Brown is one that he involves his band members with him within his act. So that's where all that adrenaline comes from.
That's awesome to see you on stage like that performing, doing cartwheels, like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Because I can do that, you know, so yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is it hard to do that? I mean, you have to practice the day in to do that, right? Get a show, right? Day in, day
Practice?
out. Yeah, rehearsal.
No, only rehearsal with the instruments, with the musicians. I don't practice dancing.
Okay.
Because I already know I can dance. So, yeah, we don't choreograph, but I do have my two singers, the Muldrow sisters. They're here in Boston, and we have the Brother Walk Band. The Brother Walk Band, Chris and Edwin, fantastic band. You've seen them before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, we got C1 Clifton.
Awesome.
You hear that? Of course, you know, and this is a really good thing to be able to have all these people together. And we have, remember Chanel?
Yeah.
Chanel, crazy Chanel.
Yeah.
She's going to be doing, we got Leon Beal on the show. We got Tony Lynn, the blues lady, she's on the show. So we have a whole lot of people hosting the show, actually. We have Tassel Collins, and we have from Urban Heat, Mark Harris.
Oh.
And then from El Mundo, of course, we have the #1 Alberto Vaso. Yeah.
This is good.
So those are the 3 hosts. And we'll get Mayor Wu. She's going to present us with a James Brown Save Boston Day proclamation.
That's wonderful. Mayor Wu is such a nice person. I met her so many times. She's very
So
nice.
we really thank the city. John Borders really took good care of us, and a lot of his staff and everything. Mr. Robert Lewis. Like I said, our executive producer, Darryl Settles, volunteered his time to put things together. And they still looking for sponsors to come in so that we can bring in some of the other bigger acts, you know. So right now we're looking pretty good, but we're still looking for sponsors.
Absolutely.
To reach out for them. And they have some flyers. I think we have the clips where they can donate or have a certain email they can go to.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
So now what other events are you planning for the rest of the year? You got anything coming up?
Oh yeah, well, like I said, I'm doing the thing with Boosie Collins
that's
on
right.
the 13th. I'm also being honored. I think they have a flyer in Atlanta.
Okay.
August 16th through the 18th.
Okay.
But here in Menominee Grill on the 4th of April, before the 5th, I'll be at Menominee Grill. And then August 14th, I'll be doing my birthday at the Regent Theater.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah. So our whole focus now is free for Bostonians worldwide to come and celebrate James Brown Save Boston. A lot of their mothers or grandfathers, should I say, were at them concerts.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this event in August 15th in Georgia. I'll be down there, you know. Because I got a fan now, so I'm going to check it out, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We got to get you to do some of your rap.
Yeah, that's the thing, the rap, you know.
Yeah. Y'all know Jay is an artist.
Yeah, so we can make that happen, yeah.
Yeah,
wow,
that's good.
Yeah, but it's about you, it's about you, so, you know, and I appreciate, you know, yeah, so.
Always.
Yep, so anyway, so next question is serious. I mean, what do you think people can do to make the world better, to change the world, in your opinion?
Well, you know, the good news is that stay informed, stay educated, don't be a dropout. You know, find you something that you're passionate about, something that you love to do. You know, it doesn't have to be music, but it could be anything that you're passionate about. You can be art, drawing, paintings. We have a clip with Donnie Simpson, which everybody remember him from Video Soul. You know, the real pretty eyes, everybody. Can we play that one?
Yeah, possibly play a clip, please, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll explain more about the Strand and everything and how important it is.
I want to tell you about an event that's going down on April 5th in Boston, Massachusetts. Actually, it's not in Boston, it's Dorchester, Mass, to be more specific, at the Strand Theater. It is the day James Brown saved Boston. And if you don't know that story, you should look it up because it was just amazing. It was the day after Dr. King was assassinated, but they were afraid of riots in Boston. And I mean, and they should have been because it happened in a lot of cities across the country. James Brown put that fire out, man. You know, and if you ever seen concert footage from that day, man, it's amazing. James was like Bob Marley, you know, it just transcended music, you know what I mean? And so anyway, on this day, on April 5th at the Strand Theater in Boston, my man, young James Brown, this guy does James Brown. If you've never seen him, you should, because I mean, he is as close to James Brown as I've ever seen. He brings him to life. And him and the Young James Brown Band are going to do this incredible free concert for James Brown Save Boston Day. So if you can make it, man, check it out. Again, that's on April 5th at the Strand Theater in Dorchester, Massachusetts. Go get him, Young JB. Ow!
That's power, having beyond that, you know.
And we have another one from Tom Joyner Show and the Ricky Smiley Show, Rodney Baltimore.
Can you play that if possible?
Sure.
Awesome. This is power, you know. You got these people coming to you and wanting.
Hey, this is Rodney Baltimore at WHQT Radio, Hot 105 in Miami, Florida. I'm on the air right now, but I want to tell you about something very important. James Brown, the godfather of soul, made history when he prevented what could have been a very devastating riot in the city of Boston after the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King back in 1968 in Dorchester. So my good friend Tony Wilson, the young James Brown, and a member or two of the original James Brown band will be performing at the Strand Theater in Dorchester, Massachusetts. That's going to be on April 5th. That is the day in history that James Brown saved a riot from happening in a major city. It was after the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., James Brown spoke to the then-time elected officials and did the show, prevented a catastrophe, and just made history. So make sure that you attend this historical event with young James Brown and band at the Strand Theater in Dorchester, Massachusetts. That's going to be on April 5th, 2024. I'm Rodney Baltimore. I'll try to be up there only if the weather is warm. It's got to be Miami weather, but it's going to be a great show and going to be hot on stage.
Yeah.
I feel you. The weather's warm. It's that kind of weather.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Because I live in Florida, and I know and I had to come back here originally from Chicago. And then we had one that I did for the city, thanking Mayor Wu.
Yeah.
They have that clip as well with the Temptations, the original.
Can you play that possible? Yeah, but like I said, I would have Florida view, because I can't do this cold weather.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
We're the Temptations.
And I'm Tony Wilson, the young James Brown.
So they're hooking up, Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, this is wonderful. You got these Temptations, these stars. This is wonderful. We need more people like yourself to make this happen. And like I said, I'm down with you too. It's gonna be a good show.
It's gonna be a good show.
I know. Yeah, and I'm so glad we have people like you doing this for the community. Making people's dreams come true. Because we need more people like yourself. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Okay, so
You take a break. And get back to the.
Yeah. So are there any final words you want to say? You got too many stuff.
Oh, well, I want to let everybody know that the Strand Theater is going to be April 5th. The executive producers, Darryl Settles and Sheldon Steele, and myself, Tony Wilson. And we have Chanel, we have the Moldal Twins, we have Edwin and Chris, the Brother Walt Band. And my website is youngjamesbrown.com, Instagram, young_James_Brown, and Young James Brown, Tony Wilson on Facebook twice.
Awesome. Well, this is awesome to have you on the show, doing this show.
Yeah.
I mean, this is I'm going to be there and helping you out. It's going to be awesome. So yeah, we need people like yourself to make awesome it is. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So my question is, when you come back to Florida? Because I'm gonna go with you.
We're gonna do what?
When you go back to Florida? Because I'm gonna go with you.
Oh yeah, well yeah, you need to go with me.
Exactly, because I can't do this cold weather.
Well, we're gonna take care of Boston first.
Okay.
And if that way, can I give a number if they need?
Yeah, please. Absolutely.
Yeah, if you need to call for more information, just hit me up at 773-799-1919, 773-799-1919, or email me at youngjamesbrown@gmail.com.
That's wonderful. We can touch you day and night. That's what I'm about to.
Right.
That's what it's about.
It is.
And like I said, I'm just so glad having the show. And this is awesome. And thank you for tuning to my show, people. I love you, viewers. Awesome having the show.
Thank you.
God bless you all. Stay safe. Please check out his show.
Okay.
April 5th. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be there. I love to see you there.
Yes.
And
you'll be doing the red carpet.
Yeah, red carpet.
Okay.
Thank you for having the show. It's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank
on
you.
the show. God bless you all. And like I said, this is.
I feel good.
I feel good too. This is gonna.
I do.